What's going on? It's weird out here, man. But sometimes you kind of look and try to speculate on how sometimes these people pull off stuff they're pulling off. Though you ain't got much proof, but you can kind of, based on certain things you can kind of come up with something's going on. Like on the internet comes Google, Facebook, YouTube now. They're cooking the numbers, man. I mean, they make people look like there's less going on. It's all the magic act. I mean, I see them do it with the real big channels. You see real big numbers taken away. But if you're a small channel, it's like if they cut you down 1/3 of your numbers, you're gonna look like it's gonna just look like a snail. It's the snail trail. You know what I mean? It feels like anyway. But there's many times, man, where I got these videos, man, and I'll make these great arguing talking points. Then I'll see the news, I'll see another channel, I'll see someone borrow the same exact material I was just addressing and no one else was addressing it at that present time. Or, I mean, at least to my knowledge. I mean, I understand sometimes in this truther movement, as things are revealed, people speak on them. You know what I'm saying? So it just so happens we're thinking about the same thing at the same time. But no, other times it's like it's deeper than that. Something's going on. There's a deception. There's magicianry going on. And it makes me think back to, I think it's an Edward Snowden the CBS special, and it was like real controversial. Like it showed how basically the main cord that works at like Verizon and cable, basically the FBI or the NSA put a splicer on there. So everything that we see on the TV or is coming through the line into your internet, to your internet at the main hub at the place that provides you with the service, it goes back, your stuff goes back, and there's a router. One goes to the company, one goes straight to the government, untapped, unfiltered. They got it all. They got access to it all. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. There's no reason for the cable company itself to really reverse the line and view all of your footage. But the government, they got all this time on their hands and no real fucking terrorists to chase. So they practice on us. You know what I'm saying? And you can see their agents, like all their agents at the same time will also take the same talking points, or somehow they'll try to undermine your talking point because they like to leave the neoconservativist corporate fascist backdoor. Because I'm telling you, it's like right now they want to play all neutral, but they really want to get you angry. But at some point, they're going to present their leader, their front man, their head, and he's going to utilize your anger. You know what I'm saying? To fulfill democidal situation, martial law, civil war, genocide. But it's crazy. They also got something called the deep web, and in a way, you got to think there's a backdoor to all this information. The hackers know about it. Like, look, they just got a free, open conduit to everything that's going on. And if you're in the deep web, it's like it's like if you had a double mirror. Literally, these people get to sit in the double mirror and they get to view everything, but they leave no evidence that they're there. That's just how the deep web works. It's real mystical. I don't even know how it works. Just people talked about it, and now it makes me speculate back on how did all this information just get pushed out here when only 2 people even watched the video with the talking point. You know what I'm saying? And I see that this is part of the magicianry. This is part of there's a internet censorship. What if, the photos app makes library videos where it'll make a like collage of videos on its own. So, in a way you could think the Jade AI could take all your footage, consolidate it, cut it up, play it to the guys in the room, like on Jason Bourne, like on the Bourne Identity, like the people like Pamela Landy and them that sit in the room and conduct all these cyber chasings, or on what was that called, Enemy of the State with Will Smith, where they're all following him and watching him, tracking him. And then if you add the AI in, You have the element where it's like Eagle Eye or Golden Eye, whatever that movie was, where the machine was following the kid and making him commit all these acts because it basically was blackmailing him into doing it through a hostage type situation, I think. But it just goes to show you that these things are possible, and I believe they are happening for surely. They're trying to like one of the other applications of Jade Helm is their endurance. They're trying. You got a whole consolidated Confederate fusion center database network working against you. While it's just you, they can wear you out over time. The endurance is with them because there's just a number of people all working together with all the resources and no oversight. That's literally what a fusion center is. No oversight. What are they doing? Who knows? Because if you're one of them, you're under oath that you can't speak about what you're really doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's all confirmed. That's not just exaggeratory speculation. That's legit. I mean, this stuff's all confirmed that the street lights are spying on you. And they can throw rocks in your yard that are little computers that steal all your data that's flying around in the air. You know what I'm saying? And then they're on deep web watching it as it's downloaded into the internet, and they're sending that into the trend. And that trend, they're absorbing all the information and then they're shooting it back out in algorithms. Because I think there probably is a computer program that writes a lot of mainstream news stuff, and it's real PR, public friendly, agenda friendly, propagandized, sanitized, dumbed down, and propaganda. Just that propaganda never tasted so sweet, until they, it came out of the Beast Computer AI Grid algorithm network programs, bots, those web bots programming. I mean, it's just deep out here because, that is deep. I mean, no one really knows what the capability is here. I mean, is this like a hive mind thing, like entity? Like, does it have a name? You know what I'm saying? And it probably does. And it probably does have some kind of self-awareness in a way. You know what I'm saying? And so then it can operate on its own. Like, literally, it can take this, utilize it, and then give it's like a dog, like a bird dog. Like when you shoot the bird, the dog runs over, grabs the bird, runs it back to you and gives it to you. This is what this thing's doing. It's out gathering, bringing it back, and feeding it back out, and then it's coming back out. We're hearing it on the streets. I'm hearing about it now. I'm discussing on it. Now they're adding that into the algorithm. I mean, it's crazy out here. I mean, I know this is real deep. This is woo territory when you talk about AI, Terminatrix, Skynet. Just people are that because they seen that on a movie. They think, oh, that's just that's just science fiction. But no, that's why they put it on a movie, because then there'd be plausible deniability for a while, where people would just, no, that's just sci-fi. I saw that on a movie. I mean, that's one way you could see how they can, why leaking things in advance, like X-Files. You go back, watch all that. It's like, so later you could just, chalk it off as, oh, I saw that on TV. No, that's not real. And so they can kind of go into, keep it in hiding. They can, it's real easy to conceal something that no one's looking for or no one knows there. You know what I'm saying? But then again, if you make things that people think, oh, that's normal, but it's really not. It just looks like it's normal, but it's really something else. That's another way to hide things is to numb people's perceptions to what they think things are. You change, instead of changing the things or going into hiding, instead you work on the mind of the people that perceive the things to the point where the people doubt their own senses, or they doubt. It's like they have trouble on making their own decision to where instead of I see this thing, instead of thinking in your mind, that's a UFO. Instead, you lean onto the leader. What is this, leader? And then whatever he tells you what it is what it is. And that's kind of one of the way they disempower people. And if you go and do your own research, you know what I'm saying, you won't never lean on anyone, you know what I'm saying, for guidance. You'll learn to seek it, and you'll learn to find it where it truly is. And you'll also learn to spot out people who are pointing out the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? They're like, no, it's down that way. And you'd be like, no, I've already been down that trail. You know what I'm saying? Why are you trying to send me back, where I've already been? In a way, man, in a metaphor, analogy, but this is how this thing be working.